Hello and welcome in Instagram. And let's record. All right. So welcome in. It's been about 100 years since we've had a live chat. So I'm going to reintroduce myself. My name is Wahida Dean. I am a Reiki master, practitioner, and teacher here in South Florida. It is my full-time business. It's what I do for a living. I get to help others find peace, find healing, find enlightenment, and kind of walk them through their spiritual journey. So I love what I do. I would do this and will do this till the end of time. So one of the things that I also do now is I facilitate access bars. And so I am an access bars facilitator and soon a practitioner and soon facilitator. So I will be offering access bars classes coming up in July. So keep an eye out for that. And I am also a medicine woman. I am a Peruvian Q'ero shaman and medicine woman. So I can also work with the shamanic rites as well as the healing process and journey through shamanism. And I've found that a lot of my clients need something different, right? Sometimes Reiki is great. It's great for reducing your stress, relaxing, chilling out. And sometimes you need to clear your head and run your bars. You have no idea how busy it gets in there and how much better it feels after you run your bars. So, and then sometimes you really have some deep, deep wounds that you need to deal with and you need to figure out. And that's where my shamanic path comes in for me, helping others. So if any of those things sound like something that you're interested in, you can always follow my website and book a 10-minute consultation so that you can learn more about how to work together. I kind of figure it's a little bit like we're going to date for a while. So we want to get to know each other. You want to make sure you have a 10-minute phone call or a Zoom session with me just to see if we're a good fit together and you're ready to commit. Because growth and healing takes time, and I will not lie to you and tell you that it doesn't, because I am still growing and healing. So what are we going to get into today? I'm going to talk about the new moon. So the new moon in Aries is today. It was this morning around 6 something in the morning. And I will tell you what I am not. I am not an astrologist. I have not studied astrology. What I am is a really great meditator. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just have a little short talk about the Aries new moon. You can ask any questions that you feel might come up for you in the chat and let me know. And we are going to do a meditation for us to release all those things that we need to let go of so that we can manifest. You know, manifesting is a very unique thing to do. And if you're not really familiar with the law of attraction, the law of manifestation, and the law of oneness, you can really kind of mess it up sometimes. So I have been guided by my spirit team in order to help you kind of move your way through a little bit of that today. So the Aries new moon, what we can expect. Aries energy is very strong. It's very direct energy. It's very almost even forceful energy that comes through today. And so when you're looking at that in your life, there are spaces that are going to first be what you need to let go of. What have you been fighting against lately, right? What are those things that you are just like, I don't need this anymore. I need to let go of this. This irritates me at such a level. It could be friends. It could be relationships. It could be work. It could be just behaviors. You know, it doesn't always have to be something major. Also, that's something really important to know and honor with yourself through spiritual growth is every month when you sit with the new moon and the full moon in your ritual space, you don't have to go make all these big ass life changes. All right. Like you could just want peace. This could just be how you find peace, and that's okay. It does not have to be super dramatic. It does not have to be so mainstream, what everyone else is doing. I can't stand that crap. We're going to use some Palo Santo tonight just to clear your energy, clear our energy, clear space so spirit can continue to work its way through me and to you. So we are going to do some readings tonight because I know y'all have been out here waiting for me to come on here and do readings for a hot minute. We're going to pull for some general readings at first, and then if it's before 8:30, then we'll go ahead and pull for whoever's on here. So, one of the spaces with the Aries energy that you want to look at when you're manifesting and when you're writing is you want to take action. All right. Aries is a very actionable sign. It's a ram, and she is like ready to go head on. Okay. She's not really bullshitting anymore. So what are the spaces in your life that you're done messing around with? Like, this is the space that you've been meaning to get to. This is the space you've been wanting to get to. Like, you heard this message come to you several times, and you've just been like, oh, whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. No. Now, today, this next 2 weeks in particular, start it. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? That inner warrior in you has to come out. You need to make sure that you can and you will step into that growth and that healing space for yourself, because you deserve it. Honestly, you deserve it. And when you're manifesting and bringing your goals to fruition, how you use a new moon energy like this is you focus your intentions on the energy that's coming in. So that looks like being brave right now, being independent right now, right? Taking that leadership aspect for your mindset of shifting into doing what you want to grow. Now, when you're setting your goals, I want you to also identify like your personal growth. This is a very unique space where you have things, again, that have to come to the surface and that have been knocking at your door for a little while. And this is the right energy to strengthen that confidence. Your physical vitality. If there's a space in your physical life that you haven't dealt with yet, this is the energy to move into dealing with that. Meaning going to the doctor, going to the gym, walking, whatever it is that you need to incorporate for your physical health. It could just be taking vitamins, anything that strengthens you is what you want to focus on for your self goals. Now, when you are sitting with ceremony, I love to create a ritual, and I always use something like a candle, right? So I have a candle here that's burning that I already lit before we came in. And I've already also opened up space. And what that means in the shamanic rites is I've spoken to the south, the west, the north, the east, Pachamama, which is Mother Earth, the moon and the sun, and we've brought them in today for our sacred circle so that we are protected while we're doing this work. So whatever prayer works for you is another way that you want to create your space today. Now, if you're stepping into this live, you're stepping into a space that has prayer, that has a sense of harmony within it. And before we go into meditation, you always want to say a short prayer of protection just to watch over you as you journey. All right. And then today you also want to, because Aries is a fire sign, you want to burn. So the things that you write today for your manifestations, you're going to take that list and you're going to go outside, not inside, unless you're near the sink or unless you have a bowl of water next to you. And you're going to light that manifestation list on fire in a safe space. So once you burn it and you light it on fire, before you burn it and you light it on fire, you want to take the page and you want to fold it towards you, because you're bringing in this abundance towards you. You're bringing in this energy towards you. And you want to shift the paper clockwise, because clockwise rotation, again, brings in energy to you. Reverse rotation sends it away. So when it's a full moon, we're going to write them in reverse, because we're going to write the things that we would let go of on a full moon. So allow that paper to get turned and folded. You don't want to make it too tight, just loose enough so that it still burns and you're not outside for 200 hours. Once you light that on fire, you want your paper to burn all the way through. If you've got to blow it so that it keeps burning, if you've got to add a little bit of oil to it so it keeps burning, those are some tips that you can use. If you know how to add a little bit of my favorite, Florida water, to your paper first and burn it again outside in a safe space, then you can do that as well. And it will also kind of, strengthen your stuff there. So that's your process. And you sit with that. You have written this. This is your manifestation, and you're ready for the universe to deliver. You've placed your order. That's what manifestation is all about. You have your vision clear and direct and clean when you're writing it out. Your intentions. No wishy-washy wording. No, like, I kind of want a... You kind of want a what? You have a da-da-da-da-da-da. I have a blah, 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 blah. My job is da-da-da-da-da-da. Right? You need to be the person that is confident in this, because this is for you. This is your path, and you are the person who controls where this goes and how it goes. Not me, not anybody else. It's all you. So step into and allow yourself to step into that path for yourself. So if you are hanging out still, I want you to go ahead and get settled. If you have any, any music that you want to put on in the background, this is going to have no music to it, then you can go ahead and tell, our best friend with the A to play Spa Station or something like that, and she'll kick right in for you, or just put your favorite sound on from YouTube. I know I've got a great meditation one. And if you're not sure, maybe you like ocean sounds, maybe you like nature sounds, maybe you like Reiki meditation music. Those are a couple of options to have in the background. And so just go ahead and take a nice, clear, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And one more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. What you're doing is you're really clearing your energy, you're lessening your load, you're allowing yourself to feel aligned and connected. And if you're ready, you can go ahead for a moment and lean back in your chair, close your eyes, and I'll guide you through today's meditation. First, we're going to invite in our guides, our ancestors, and our protectors who are here for our highest and greatest good, always and only, to clear a beautiful path for us to have a wonderful new moon meditation today. And while we do that, we know that what is for us is already ours. What we are guided to is everything that we need, everything that we deserve, and everything that we want. And so today, follow me in this beautiful journey by first continuing to breathe in and out and allow relaxation to start at the forehead area, just letting your forehead fall loose, your head fall loose, kind of shifting and moving a bright light from your crown down the front of your face, feeling your face muscles relax and just loosen. And as that energy moves down your chakra system, allow it to relax and calm the back of the head. And continuing to breathe in and out, move that beautiful light and softness down the back of the neck, all that space that we have so much tension. Breathe in here and allow that breath of light to go into those nooks and crannies in the neck and the shoulders area. Even moving your head side to side if you need to, front to back, if that feels good. And allowing yourself to continue to breathe in and out. And when you breathe in, you're breathing in bright, white, universal life force energy, white light in through your column of light, your chakra system, and breathing out and releasing anything that doesn't serve you. And as you move that energy down into the chest area, allowing your chest to fill with calmness and relaxation, your shoulders to fall loosely to the sides as you continue to breathe in and out slowly and gently. And then move that energy downwards to the center of your body, allowing your stomach to relax. If you're holding any stress or anxiety here, just see it move out of you, move out of the bottoms of your feet, or just shift out of you, releasing itself back to where it came from. And on your next inhale in, send that white light down straight into the bottom of your back and those hips that are so tired and weary. And breathing in, sending that light now down to the base of your spine, into the root chakra, and allowing those chakras to fall aligned in their balance and energy. Allow that energy to move down those legs, starting at the hips and the thighs, moving into your knees and relaxing your shins and your ankles, continuing to breathe in and out, moving into the feet and the toes, and see that light just shoot out of the bottoms of your feet into the earth, connecting you with Mother Earth, keeping you anchored, keeping you grounded, keeping you here. And as you continue to breathe in and out, I would like you to imagine yourself walking down a beautiful pathway. This may have been somewhere you've been before or not, maybe new to you. And find yourself in a place where there's nature. It could be the ocean, the forest, your backyard, it doesn't matter. And as you find yourself here, allow yourself to really connect into the area that surrounds you, seeing the beautiful green grass and the wonderful path that opens up in front of you. And allow yourself to walk down this path, looking over to the side and seeing the beautiful flowers that await you. And you may even see some butterflies flying around. As you continue to breathe and walk down this path, it opens up into a big clearing up ahead. And in this clearing, there's a wonderful lake with a waterfall off to the side. You can hear the rushing of that waterfall coming down and see the ripples in the lake. Now, this may be a space where you want to go and enjoy a nice swim, or go over to the lake and just allow yourself to scoop up some of the water and wash it over you to cleanse you. If you head over to the lake, you can walk into the waterfall and allow it to just rain over your head and your body with the intention of clearing and cleansing your energy. And as you continue to breathe lightly now, find your way back to that clearing and that opening. And invite in now your higher self, your guide, allowing this presence that is your divine right, your divine connection, to come forward and connect with you. You may not be able to see what they look like at first, and that's okay. When they make themselves known, you may just be able to feel what they feel like. They may feel warm and tingly. Allow them to come closer into your space and sit with you today as you journey. And ask them in particularly to clarify if they are your guide. And you want to always ask 3 times, "Are you my guide?" And wait for an answer. "Are you my guide?" and wait for an answer. Are you my guide? And wait for an answer. And if you got yes 3 times, this is the perfect time to keep communicating with them. If you did not, send them away and ask for your guide, who is here for your highest and greatest good only, to come forward. And do the same thing. Ask them 3 times again. Now, as you sit with your guide, this is a great space to manifest together. We're in a relationship with them, and they're here to help open doors for us. You can take a moment to get their name or ask any questions you may have at first. And when you're ready, ask them to take you to the space of wonder where you can grow and manifest anything you want. This can look like a river or a stream of light that comes up in front of you. Allow yourself to walk over to that stream of light and blend with that energy, stepping into it. What do you want to create right now? What do you want to build into? What needs to be brought back? And take a moment here for a couple of minutes to receive these downloads and see what you need to, feel what you need to, and hear what you need to. And as you wrap up your guidance and your downloads from your spirit team today on manifesting what you desire, what you want, and the clarity that you needed, allow yourself to come back down that pathway that you entered in, finding your way out of the water, out of the waterfall, back down any pathways you went through or to, and coming back to that clearing and looking for that pathway to follow back down, coming down and coming down, closer and closer to your body, and feeling yourself come back into your body, almost like you need to pull yourself back in and lock yourself in at the feet, and wiggle your fingers and toes and get some movement going. Let your eyes come back to black behind the closed eyes, and when you're ready, flutter them open and just start writing. All right, I want you to have a pen and paper near you. Write out what your journey showed you, what you needed to know, what you needed to manifest. And if you don't remember right away, that's okay. Keep writing and it will come to you. Ask your guide to step in and they will help you. That's what they're here for. Allow those manifestations to get written. What do you want to do? Take a moment to journal that. And as you do that, I am going to start pulling cards for the different 12 zodiac signs, the earth signs, and so on, so that we can get some guidance on where we're going over the next 2 weeks. Spirit, please cleanse and clear the energy of these cards, allowing these messages to come through for the collective, for their highest and greatest good. All right. And if you enjoyed that meditation, you can feel free to always contribute to me through my website or through Metafix 1111 on Cash App, on Venmo, or you can Zelle metafix1111@gmail.com and it will go into my company account. I appreciate any donations in order to keep these, lives going and this business running out here, right? Okay, so we are going to start off, of course, with our fire signs. Spirit, what do our fire signs need to know over the next 2 weeks? What can they expect? And what do they need to watch out for? It's a little bit of a warning. Ooh. And any other contribution. So your fire signs, in case you don't know, are Aries, Leo, Sag. My husband is a Sag, so it's one of my favorites. And we are going to start out with what to expect. The Five of Wands is in reverse. So all the things that y'all have been fighting with yourself, or if you have been fighting, this internal battle is over. All right. You don't need to worry about letting things get to you anymore, letting things bother you anymore. She is also supported by the Queen of Swords. Your Five of Wands is in reverse. So the spaces that you weren't allowing yourself to grow in, to develop in, that's over now. You're in Queen of Wands energy. And so Queen of Wands has the insight that she needs to keep growing, to keep blossoming, to keep creating, to keep developing. And she is a leader, right? You don't even get to look at her straight on. She is like, you get to see the side of me. I ain't with it. Okay. So let that energy be who you embody. Don't let anybody else tell you this is what you need to do. That's where you need to go. Stop doing this or that. You don't need that anymore. This energy for the next 2 weeks is all about you and how you want to grow things. It's very important that you don't let that get clouded through your process. We don't need to know about everybody's opinion. Your opinion with you and your spirit team, that's all that matters. Okay? What to watch out for? That King of Pentacles comes in. So the energy of anybody else who runs your money, or this could be a work space or somewhere that has a contribution to where your money goes or grows, isn't something that like you have to worry about anymore, right? Your Page of Swords is in reverse. So the space that you were super concerned about where money was going to come from, stop. Like it's not even an issue anymore. Money is abundant. Money in the universe is not really tangibly money. Like you can have and be anything you want to be, you want to create, you want to bring into alignment for yourself. There isn't a degree that you need. There isn't a thing that you need to do. All you have to do is start. and try and grow and let the universe align to your energy and what you truly want and truly desire, and make sure that that is clear. That is how you manifest. That is how you grow into what is rightfully yours, because there's a crap ton of money out there waiting to come towards you. Don't pay attention to the news. Don't let any of that stuff get you down. We are here because we operate very differently than any of that energy. And then your overall is 3 of Pentacles. You're here to collaborate. You're here to create community, and you're here to allow yourself to broaden your horizons and your growth through this space of community, with finances, with money. So this could also be, I'm hearing, like, if you need somebody to contribute or donate towards your goals or your dreams or your building, like, let that be a thing. This could also feels a lot like school, like going back to school right now, like getting your loans in place over the summer, filling out applications over the summer so that everything is kind of set and ready to go when the school year starts. This is a good time for you to embrace new trainings, new learning, things like that. With this 3 of Pentacles energy coming in, because you're ready to be more. You're ready to grow into more, and you're ready to, like, not only allow others to help you, but for you to also help others. It's almost like the mentor card is right after this. Yeah. And so you can step into that role for yourself now. All right, fire signs. Hope that that was a great reading for you. Get busy with those work things. Let's go into earth signs. Let me hear it for my Taurus, my Virgo, my Capricorns. Allow these messages to come through. Spirit, switching to our earth signs. What do they need to know? All right. What do they need a warning about or to watch out for? Watch out for. And then any other additional. Okay. Well, I'm not sure, again, what's going on in the cosmos, earth signs, but all right, here we go. So you start out with the Magician card. You can have and be anything you want and anything you dream. Taurus, Virgo, Cap. If you want it, it's yours. You have to be the person that creates it and that puts action to it, but it's yours. Your King of Cups comes in because your desires and your wants are ready to grow into a peaceful knowing and understanding, okay? And your Queen of Cups is actually in reverse. So you have a little bit of an internal battle happening because you know who you are and you know that you can make and create anything, and you know where people or you or the world need your contribution, and you're at peace with that. But sometimes you get a little too extra in your head and your queen gets a little messed up. What that tells me is you just need a good plan, okay? Just because this is your spread, that doesn't mean it has to stay or remain this way. So what do you need to put in place because you know this is going to happen? We're earth signs. We need a clear to-do list. We need when we're going to do it in the next 2 weeks. We need a reading in order to support what we're going to do in the next 2 weeks. My booking link is in my bio. It's $30 every 15 minutes. If you need a longer reading, you can be in my office. My readings are through Zoom. You have to put a plan in place if you need to meditate more to connect with your guides. In order for you to develop that plan, that's what you need to do. So give yourself that space to grow and allow this to come out of you, because it's here. It's here and it's ready and the people are waiting. So birth it. All right. What you need to watch out for. Ooh, why are you so... You are so stressed that your money will not grow into what it needs to. You become a little too stressed about money and where money is going to go. It's almost like it's mental. Okay, your 9 of Swords is next. You're like, how am I going to do all these things? How am I going to create all these things? It's almost like you get some bad news financially, I would say, in the next 2 weeks too, because your Tower card was your kicker card on the side here. And a Tower card moment is all about everything having to fall apart in order for it to be put back together. That's how I like to see a Tower card. But a Tower card is definitely what it looks like. It's a lot of destruction and chaos. It doesn't necessarily have to be chaos, but a lot of change and shift that needs to happen in order for this to not happen, is how I see it. Okay. Again, I'm always looking for a solution and how to circumvent things that are going to be coming down my pathway. And this one happens to be my pathway. So, it's not about spending or not spending too much. It's not that. It is, though, about knowing clearly that what you want and need financially will always be there and be taken care of. Okay. And if you don't have that under lock for yourself, you need to come up with a plan in order for you to make sure that that stays true for you, because you can have anything that you want. You just got to let yourself. All right. So don't be too in your head. Do those things that keep you out of being in your head. Right? Meditate, read, get outside in nature, exercise, let everything be okay, because it is. Trust that everything is going to be okay, because it is. Okay? All right. Earth signs. And this is also for your sun, your moon, and your rising. So if you have a sun in Taurus or a rising in Capricorn, this is also for you. So you want to listen to all of the signs so that you can kind of put together what your sun, your moon, and your rising is. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, Google it and pull your birth chart. All right. We're going to hit in our air signs next. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What can they expect? Clearing. Whew. Hold on a minute. Let's clear. Hey, Carly. How you doing, love? Carly, I'm going to hang out for a little. So if you want a reading, just let me know and I'll pull a card for you as soon as I'm done with these next two. All right. Let's clear and reset. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, our water signs. Our air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Spirit, allow Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius timelines to come forward. For the good of the collective, what do they need to know in the next 2 weeks? What can they expect next 2 weeks? Oh, there we go. Next 2 weeks. And then what do they need to watch out for? Keep an eye on, be concerned about. It was right here. This one and this one. And what is just an extra general message? Whoop. Dang. Okay. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You start out with the Death card. Now, the Death card in Tarot is actually not about death. I mean, it could be if it was a personal reading and someone was ill, but that's not what this is. So the Death card, you see how in her face she has a journey to a new version of herself through a portal, and there's no eyes here, right? There's a space where you allow yourself to get caught up in the things that distract you. And that's what the Death card is. It's letting yourself be chained or tied down to things that you don't need. Drugs, alcohol, Netflix too much, like sitting in the summer and like being up till 4 a.m. and not getting up and getting ready for regular work life. So what's happening here with your Death card is you are stuck and you're chained down and you're pulled back from actually allowing your vision to come true. Okay, so the Emperor comes in next because you got to step into and you got to let go of a lot of crap and you need to step into your Emperor self, right? You need to step into that space where you will take charge. Well, you know, without a doubt, this is who I am. This is my leadership role. This is what I want to do and how I want to create it and how I want to build. Your cards to be worried about is actually the Hermit card in reverse and the Tower card in reverse. So you need to pay attention to not meditating enough. You need to pay attention to those bad habits that make things kind of be destructive. And when you allow yourself to let go of the things that no longer serve you with your Tower card in reverse, you'll find a better positioning in like a healthier version of yourself. So all of this to say, the energy that you're moving into right now is a little hectic, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So be very mindful of your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. Do those extra things like meditate, ground, really watch and be concerned about your energy and your healings. Get your Reiki sessions done, your bars run, because you're kind of like trapped in your own head, not head because it's not swords, but you're trapped in your own self because you're just letting yourself like follow this path endlessly instead of creating like what you know you came here to create and build. And even if you're afraid to let it fall apart, thank you. You're afraid to let it fall apart because it's going to be messy and it's going to take a while and it sucks. I'm not going to lie to you about that. If it sucks, it sucks. But sometimes you have to go through that in order to get to the other side, right? Your 3 of Pentacles is in reverse, so you may lose some community from this. You may lose some support from this. You may walk away from a job. You may not want to do things this way anymore. Your King of Pentacles, again, is in reverse. So it may really just be time for you to let that go. But it's like all mental for you. You have all these ideas, but you can't like pick which way to go and what to do. You need a session. Okay? If you're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you need a session and you need to clear whatever is going on with your energy in the next 2 weeks. And that doesn't mean that, you know, just because it's going to be a tough 2 weeks for you, that you can't find joy, you can't find happiness, you can't find growth. The thing is you're going to be a little bit like when you make water into wine, right? You're going to be a little compressed down in order for you to grow and be flourish and be abundant. So whatever hardship you go through in the next couple of weeks, know that if you keep your mind right, your mind clear, it will get better and you will get through it and the energy will shift after that. You must have had some pretty strong manifestations come through, because when I see those growth spaces in my clients, it's because things have to kind of tear apart for you to rebuild it how you want to build it. It's just that way. You don't resonate with the things that are in your world and your space anymore. You're a different you. And so you're going to start attracting that, but you got to clear that other stuff out of the way for it to like make sense. If that makes sense. Okay. All right. Water signs. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Spirit, what does Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces need to know right now? And what do they need to watch out for? And kicker. All right. So a lot of cards in reverse, water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Your 2 of Swords starts out your growth here. And so you're not really sure which direction you want to grow in. Do you want to just like chill out and relax, or like, do you want to step into a little bit more of your growth and your potential right now? You know, there are benefits to both. It's only you that can decide. It does look like you need to step down a little bit in the leadership role that you're taking and allow others to care for you. Especially my water signs, you know, you can be really sensitive sometimes when other people step up to the plate to try to help you or care for you or take care of things for you. But you really don't feel like you're in a position to do that for yourself right now. Your Ace of Pentacles is also in reverse. It's like not time for you to build or grow into something like new and financial. It's time for you to like really just let others help you. Let others support you and let others like help you grow and help you deal with like how things are going. So if you're in a space of like overwhelm right now, therapy is really helpful. Reiki is really helpful. Getting your bars done is really helpful. But find that thing that works for you. Do you need to just journal every day to like be like, where am I not allowing love, not allowing abundance, not allowing like energy to come towards me? And where am I the one who's always doing it? You know, like I'm always the person in charge. I'm always the person leading something. It's okay to step back. It's okay to step back and step down. It's not a bad thing. Sometimes we need to in life. And this is a period where you need to right now. All right, water signs. So what to watch out for? Again, victory at a growth and your growth being stunted. It's almost like you didn't get the job you wanted. You didn't get the thing you needed to, or you applied for, or get to do the thing you wanted to do. But it really clears your head. Your Eight of Swords is in reverse. Like, it gives you that space to breathe mentally so you can deal. And right now you're a little overwhelmed mentally and you need to deal. So take a break and let it be a break and let yourself be okay with having a break. I know we don't live in a society where that's like normal anymore, but find those things in your pathway that are a break for you. If it's going out and having ice cream, if it's dilly-dallying around the day and taking a day off and saying you had doctor's appointments, but like maybe you didn't have doctor's appointments, you were just like, I just need to like veg out. Like, do that for yourself, okay? All right. Your kicker card is Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's not time to invest in anything financial right now. It's not time to like worry about building anything financial. It's okay to like be where you're at financially. You have everything you need. It may not feel like it because you may be spending a lot right now, is also what I hear, but it is, and you do, and you're never going to be left like in need. Okay? All right, well, that was wonderful. All right, Carly, I got you. So if you're around or you're on, I've got Carly over here on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for her to tap in and do a reading. One card readings are free. If you'd like to send a donation or anything like that, you can always do that for a deeper, more intuitive reading. Okay, let's clear. Oh, no, I didn't put my candle out by mistake. Give me one sec, Carly. Let me just clear these cards from the collective. All right. So, Spirit, what does Carly need to know right now? What's going on with Carly? Allow these messages to come through for Carly for our highest and greatest good. No harm coming to any. There you go. There she is. What does Carly need to... Oh, okay, girl. Dang. Huh. This was this way. Carly, stop worrying. Okay? Your King of Cups comes in because you're ready to sit in peace with what you have and what you've created, and you know that what you have and what you created is yours. It's like feels like it's not yours because it feels uncomfortable to be this person or this version of yourself. And I know I have felt that so many times, especially putting on a live or a camera or anything like that, because I am very hermity and I don't want to talk to people on lives, right? But I enjoy it and I love doing it. And when I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. So if you're building something great right now, but it feels weird and it feels like it's not you, I think it's really that you've shifted who you are and you've shed a lot of that space of who you are, and you have to just allow yourself to embrace that new version of you. Almost like in, shamanism, we do a lot of ceremonies, and it's almost like you have to say goodbye to the old you so you can step into the new you. Like write her a letter and burn it and let her go. Because she did a lot of things this way, and it's easy to fall back into that pathway of her. I struggle with that too as a practitioner and as a healer sometimes, because I'm still human. We're still human. We're still human. Okay, we live here. We're 3D. We can feel each other. So it gets uncomfortable. But do it until it's not. Until it's normal. Until this is what your language is, until you find the other people who this is what their language is, because that's who you are and that was what you were here to create, right? You got to be like at peace with it, how he is, how his king is. So your Knight of Cups is in reverse because you're done wasting your time on things that don't matter. Okay? This was like you used to put so much energy into and act so quickly and so like preemptively to do something and create something, but you gotta like, your hangman is next. You gotta like take a perspective that's different now. This is not an industry, and I know you're in the holistic industry. This is not an industry where you have to rush anymore. This is an industry where you gotta step back and allow your blessings to come to you. Your guides work with you to align the people who need to be with you. Even if no one is on this live on Instagram and you're the only person on here. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm looking at your comments now. You're the only person on here. I don't care. I showed up because you needed me to show up, Carly. And I'm here. And whoever sees this later needed to see it. When I save it and put it on YouTube, whoever sees it needs to see it when they see it. It's not about the numbers for me. It's about me listening to my spirit team, taking a different perspective on what I got to do and how I'm going to do it, and understanding that I have to take, what's it called? One of my friends always says this. Inspired action. I love when she says that. To do what I want to create, to build what I want to grow, because it's bigger than me. Okay? Like a perfect example, I had Reiki class over the weekend. I graduated 2 Reiki 3 students who are amazing. And I started a Reiki 1 class with 2 Reiki students who are also going to be shamanic students. Like, I didn't go to class asking to be a shaman that day, but that's what needed to be. And so now, by the end of the day, I had a Reiki 1 student already emailing me, when's your next Reiki 1 class? I'm like, well, dang, I just finished it. So let me go ahead and put that up. By the way, they're all up. You can take it. And if you're online, you can still take Reiki with me. I'm getting into the online space, and so I will mail your manual. You just have to get to me soon enough before the date and the time so I can get your materials and we can do it online. So I say that to say, I didn't have to ask for any of that. I just had to show up, right? When that student and those students were like, you know, I thought about you saying you would share your shaman's information for me so that I could go grow into that space. But my team told me that you're my shaman. What am I going to do? Look at them and be like, you're batshit crazy? No, I actually have plans this weekend to meet with my shamans to learn what I need to learn to do the next phase of training in shamanism. And I'm embracing that. It feels crazy. It feels insane. But that's what I'm being asked to do. I get to co-create with spirit. In shamanism, we always say, if you call, I will answer, spirit. And when I call, you answer me. Okay? So your back is always held, even though you don't think it, even though you don't feel it all the time, even though it doesn't look like it in numbers all the time. But you show up when you're told to show up because whoever needs it, I promise you, is there. All right? And if you need more coaching with that, you can book coaching with me one-on-one for like 111 for an hour. And we can dive into like where this is coming up for you spiritually and where you can make shifts or what you can put in place to help you, right? I don't talk a lot about, good. Okay, good. I'm grieving for sure. It's time to let her and them go. Yeah, you're ready to shift. I did see that space too, that you needed to like move into your own thing now. And, I don't talk about it a lot, right? But I will because we have time. No one else is here but us. So when I started doing this work, I was working. And so I was working in child welfare and I was actually seeing clients in my house when I first started. And I was still taking some development classes, not Reiki. I had already done my Reiki and I was seeing people professionally that way. But it was for very much like very little cost, like $50 a session. I spent way too long with them also, but anyways, I didn't have my like ground rules in place. And then I started developing so many like clients. I know I needed to find a space. And one of my clients happened to, I mentioned this to her. I also came up in like in a reading class and my reading was like, of course you deserve a space. So yeah, get a space. Just say that's what you want. We'll find it for you. And so less than a week later, I had a client tell me, oh, you know, I know someone who rents out the room, and she owns an entire center. So I connected with the owner of Partners in Healing, Roseanne. She's amazing. And I started renting a room from her, and she knew like I was just coming in. And so she taught me things that I didn't know about like pricing and about like hours and about like having stability. And my cousin was my mentor, and she was always pushing me like, even if you don't have clients book, you show up anyway, because your energy is telling spirit that you're there, right? Even if I didn't have anybody else on the live today but you, I showed up because next week we're going to have 2 people, right? And the next week we're going to have 4 people. And it will build again, because we were doing this every week for years and it was great. And so it's going to be great again. So I had to listen to my own intuition and work with my spirit team. And then after a few years of doing that, at the same time, I got a different job. I had more flexibility with my schedule. I could see more clients, and it all started coming together. And then one of my jobs, they were my client. My boss was my client. So she was like, okay, when's your end date? And I was like, oh my God, that feels crazy. Because it did. It felt crazy to leave an industry. I know you're in the same industry, but you were leaving, relying on something that you don't have to do on your own. Now, my question for you is, what would it look like if you relied on yourself? Just let that sit for yourself for a while. It feels crazy, feels insane, but it's amazing. And I wouldn't do it any other way. I have to make myself take days off at this point because there's like not even enough time to do it all half the time now. So keep growing and keep pushing. And even if you do just 10% of you in this space as you grow, let yourself do that. I am in a position now where I'm going to be putting up more lives like this, more Reiki healing spaces online. I know you're not my Reiki student, but I think you are Reiki attuned. And so I will have a space with Reiki coming up for my students to hold space with them to answer Reiki questions and to just have a chat and to kind of build a community with each other about Reiki and to learn something new. And that's going to be for my students. But if you want to be on that list, DM me so I remember, because, you know, I'm a little old, my brain. And I will make sure I send you that private training. And then I will be having, in-person Reiki shares and classes and other offerings throughout the month. So just stay tuned. All right. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed these readings and this time and this space. If you did, like, share, spread, and I appreciate and love and thank all of you for being here and watching and listening. I didn't say it in the beginning, but this is now called, let me see what I named it. Shaman's Call. So welcome to the Shaman's Call, because I've been called to create this space for y'all, and I'm here to build it and to grow it and to help you in any way that I can. All right. So have a wonderful week. Enjoy your time. And if you missed the meditation, I'm going to repost this so you can listen to it again. And in a minute, it'll be up on YouTube as well. All right. Have a great evening. Take care. Okay. You're interested in the Reiki training. Okay, cool. I'll message you, babe. No problem.